The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is a thrilling adventure film that combines iconic literary characters in a unique, action-packed storyline. Set in an alternate Victorian era, the world is on the brink of war, and a mysterious villain known as the Phantom is orchestrating chaos to provoke global conflict. To counter this threat, a group of extraordinary individuals with special abilities is assembled. In an alternate 1899, a series of high-profile crimes rattle various European nations, each seemingly committed by individuals from rival countries, pushing Europe dangerously close to the edge of war. British government emissary Sanderson Reid travels to a gentleman's club in Kenya, seeking the assistance of the legendary but now aging hunter and adventurer, Allan Quatermain, to investigate the escalating crisis. However, Quatermain's waning sense of patriotism leads to initial refusal. Suddenly, the club is attacked by armored men armed with machine guns, prompting Quatermain to single-handedly defeat them. With the club ultimately destroyed by a bomb, Quatermain, surviving the chaos, reluctantly agrees to return to England, fearing the rapid spread of war to Africa. After some time, Quatermain arrives in London and encounters the enigmatic M, who outlines a plan to assemble a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen to counter the Phantom, the true orchestrator of the ongoing crisis. The goal is to ensure global peace by preventing the Phantom from destroying Venice. Quickly, Quatermain meets Captain Nemo, Nasruddin Shah, the invisible gentleman thief Rodney Skinner, and Mrs. Mina Harker, introduced by M as a highly regarded chemical scientist. Skinner, having stolen an invisibility formula, now collaborates with the government in exchange for an antidote. M dispatches the team to meet with the elusive Dorian Gray, aiming to persuade him to join the League. However, Gray declines the offer. While conversing with Gray, Quatermain notices a conspicuous absence of a painting from a wall. Suddenly, the Phantom and his men arrive, sparking a fierce gunfight. Amidst the chaos, one henchman reveals himself as an ally. Dorian Gray's physical invulnerability becomes apparent during the battle, and the Phantom manages to escape. The skirmish concludes with Mina held at knife point. Mina's eyes transform, and she violently dispatches her assailant, revealing her background involving Dracula and her resulting powers. The friendly henchman is unveiled as Secret Service agent Tom Sawyer, an American, impressing Quatermain, who allows him to join. Initially hesitant, Dorian Gray changes his mind and agrees to join the League. The team then boards Nemo's submarine, the Nautilus, heading to France to recruit the League's final member. In Paris, Quatermain and Sawyer apprehend Mr. Hyde, who swiftly transforms back into the mild-mannered Dr. Jekyll. Learning that the Queen will allow his return to London, Jekyll willingly offers his assistance. With the team now assembled, the Nautilus embarks on its journey to Venice. Concerns arise about a potential traitor among them when flash powder is discovered in the Nautilus's wheel room, and a vial of Jekyll's serum is found missing. Suspicion naturally falls on the invisible thief, Skinner, but with Skinner nowhere to be found, no immediate action can be taken. The Nautilus navigates through the narrow canals of Venice, reaching a point where further progress is halted under a bridge. A series of planted bombs beneath the city begins to detonate, causing buildings to collapse in a domino effect. The team determines that disrupting the sequence by toppling one specific building is the key to halting the chain reaction. Nemo possesses a missile capable of achieving this, but a beacon must be set in place. Using Nemo's tracked automobile as the beacon, the League boards the vehicle with Sawyer at the helm, racing through the streets of Venice. During the journey, Gray and Mina disembark separately to engage groups of henchmen. Quatermain also exits the vehicle to pursue the Phantom on foot. Their confrontation unfolds in a graveyard, where the Phantom loses his mask. In a surprising twist, the Phantom is revealed to be none other than the mysterious M. Simultaneously, Sawyer crashes the car into the target building while firing a flare, signaling Nemo to launch his missile. The building is obliterated, halting the chain of explosions and saving Venice. Meanwhile, back on the Nautilus, the first mate Ishmael encounters Gray and wrongly accuses Skinner of their predicament, only to be proven wrong when Gray shoots him. The League regroups aboard the Nautilus, where Quatermain discloses that M is the mastermind behind the entire plot. In a dramatic turn, the dying Ishmael accuses Gray of betrayal. Gray, escaping on a submersible vessel, waves farewell to the team. Nemo gives chase, and during the pursuit, a record is discovered and played, transmitting M's voice. He unveils his grand scheme, orchestrating a fake crisis to obtain physical elements from each League member, including Nemo's science, Jekyll's formula, Mina's blood, and a sample of Skinner's invisible skin. M also coerced Gray into assisting by stealing his enchanted portrait. The record triggers 3 bombs on the ship, but with the help of Dr. Jekyll, he transforms into Mr. Hyde and pulls the lever that forces the water out of the submarine, causing it to float to the sea, and saving them all. Following Skinner's signal, the Nautilus heads to the Asiatic Arctic, and the League journeys across frozen terrain to a cave overlooking an industrial fortress. Skinner, having fled due to suspicions, informs them that M holds scientists and their families hostage in a munitions factory. The workers produce Nautiloid replicas, while the scientists create an army of Hyde-like brutes, invisible spies, and vampire assassins. Dividing their efforts, the League infiltrates the munitions factory. Nemo and Hyde work to liberate the captive scientists and families, while Sawyer and Quatermain pursue M. Mina seeks out Gray, and Skinner sets off to plant explosives. Nemo and Hyde encounter Dante, the second in command, who consumes a large dose of Jekyll's formula, transforming into a massive, hulking monster to face Hyde. Mina confronts Gray, leading to a stalemate due to their immortality until she unveils his enchanted portrait, causing him to decay. In M's lair, Quatermain exposes his deduction that M is Professor James Moriarty, believed dead and a nemesis of Sherlock Holmes. During Hyde's battle with Dante, explosives detonate. Hyde's formula is wearing off, reverting him to his human form. However, the explosion causes the debris to fall on Dante and crush him. Holding Moriarty at gunpoint, Quatermain is unaware of an invisible assailant, Sanderson Reed, holding Sawyer at knife point. Upon realizing the threat, Quatermain shoots the invisible attacker but is stabbed by Moriarty, who escapes across the ice. Quatermain, fatally injured, compels Sawyer to apply the marksmanship skills he learned from Quatermain. Sawyer shoots Moriarty before he can escape in his pilfered submersible vessel, leading to Moriarty's immediate demise. Moriarty's case, housing the secrets pilfered by Gray from the League, plunges into the ocean. Shortly thereafter, Quatermain also succumbs to his injuries. Gathering in Africa for Quatermain's burial, the group somberly leaves the site. A tribal witch doctor collects soil from Quatermain's grave, initiating a ritual chant. Echoing the prophecy shared by Quatermain at the film's start, Africa would not let Quatermain die. The ground trembles intensely, causing the rifle Sawyer left on the grave to shake. Lightning strikes Quatermain's grave just before the screen fades to black. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.